What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 65 of NoFap. The time is 7:46 a.m. I'm on my way to the gym for back and bicep day, and it's a good day. It's a good day. I'm still tired. I woke up tired, but I think praying. I mean, I usually pray every morning, but I think that generally helps with my mood in the mornings. And moods can vary all the time, but it's a good way to start it's a good way to start the day, knowing like everything's in God's hands on this day. He'll give you what you need. You're gonna be okay. You might have challenges and trials, but they're to test you to see if you're ready for blessings. So I recommend everybody do that. I recommend everybody pray in the morning. I think it sets the tone for the rest of the day, and that's an important thing, Sometimes small little mood things can slow you down a little bit, and especially if you go into the day with a bad attitude. It doesn't change the fact that it doesn't change the fact that I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to come back home. I'm going to work. It doesn't change that. But it certainly makes it slightly better. So it's a good way to start the day. It's a good way to set the tone for how the day's going to go. I think the first thing you do is, after you wake up, does set the tone of how the day's going to go. So what better way to set the tone of the day than to pray, to say, like, this day belongs to you, Lord. You made it, so let's get at it. Let's work as hard as we can. Let's overcome the trials. Let's overcome the temptations of today, and let's do it. Let's get to work. And now I'm in a great mood. Even though I woke up tired, and I still am tired, I'm in a great mood. So I'm gonna focus right now on going super hard at the gym, and then go back home and get some work. No big updates, I suppose, on how the day's going. These morning updates are just I don't know. These morning updates are starting to feel the same, but it's a good way to collect my thoughts, I suppose, before I head to the gym. So, speaking of, I'm heading to the gym. So, I will update you guys in a little bit, but for now, check out this workout. What's up, everybody? We're back. It is 9:28 p.m. Let's get right into it, shall we? So, after the gym, I had a pretty good workout today, though I'm starting to realize that my workouts are a lot better in the beginning of the week, probably because I rest. Probably because I have a rest day. When I do that rest day, I can go way harder at the gym. But I found myself getting tired. I started getting pretty tired when it came to my body, which isn't a bad thing. But it doesn't feel like I certainly didn't do as well as I did on Monday when it came to back and bicep day. And it'll probably be the same tomorrow, but I'm gonna try and push. However, it's just the way it goes. Got back home, started working, and my ads came in today, and they were awful. Like, I looked at my ads and they were awful. Like, which is disappointing because I had such clear instructions of how I wanted these ads to go. So I'm sending them in for revision, but like the ads are so bad. Like I was watching them. It's just like, this is so boring. Nobody wants. I don't want to watch these ads. These ads don't keep my attention. These aren't good ads. I had specific instructions. You did not follow the specific instructions, and now I have to wait more. I have to wait more for them to revise the ads. And the problem is I'm not confident in that. I'm not confident in the ads that I ordered. Now, I usually order from 2 places, and I've now refused to order from one place, so now I only get my ads from one place, which is here, the ads that I just ordered. And I'm starting to think these ads aren't worth it. I might have to go with a different source. I might have to outsource my ads to somebody else, which is, I just got to test it. It's a scary proposition, but you got to test it. You got to test everything. So, yeah, it was disappointing, so disappointing, and I'm asking for revisions, but I'm not optimistic about it, I guess. So I'm gonna see if I can find another person to do my ads, but this was awful. This was just really bad. So yeah, I'm not putting those ads up. I'm gonna wait for the revisions to come back, but I also am going to start looking for different sources, different people to outsource my ad creatives to. So yeah, but other than that, it was a really good day. Got some pretty decent work done, and I don't want to no, I'm not gonna. I'm starting to get compliments on my form. I'm starting to get not my form, sorry, my figure. I'm starting to get compliments on my figure from people because I post gym updates. I post gym updates every time I go to the gym on Instagram. But there was one time where I just posted a picture of me with a t-shirt on, and I got some attention from a female friend, which was nice, but I've never gotten that before. So it was it felt good, but I kind of know better to be like, well, yeah, I'm working hard, and yeah, I look good. I personally think I look good, but to get some kind of validation from another person, that felt really good. But I know better than to try and chase that. I think chasing that wouldn't be such a good thing. I'm already trying to. I would rather have somebody follow me and compliment my skills rather than my appearance. Or if they're going to compliment my appearance, I think I would rather have them recognize my efforts rather than my looks, I guess. I think that means a lot more to me. But yeah, but it was nice. It was nice. The first time I got complimented for my figure. So I'm gonna keep at it. I'm gonna keep going to the gym. I'm gonna keep getting stronger. I've also did some research on fighting sports. I want to take up boxing. I really do. I really want to take up boxing. I just don't know when I would box. Nor do I have the funds, because now I'm on borrowed money, and I would rather not. I would rather not use the funds that I have right now until I can sustain myself. Once I can sustain myself, I do want to take up fighting sports, particularly boxing, or Muay Thai. Muay Thai or boxing are the ones that I want to take. Not particularly for self-defense, even though I live it's LA. It's dangerous, especially if you go down to the south side of LA. But I rarely go there anyway. I live in East LA, it doesn't get too bad out here. So I've never also been in an altercation where fists have been thrown. Like, I've never been punched in the face. I do want to get punched in the face just to know what it feels like to get punched in the face. I think that's like kind of a rite of passage, but yeah, I do want to take up a fighting sport. Not for the sake of self-defense, but for the sake of the discipline that comes with it. Like all the great things that come with learning how to fight. Not because I want to fight, but because I want to have the ability to fight. So it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. So that old adage. So I want to take up a fighting sport. I want to take I want to take up a martial art. So the two that I'm the two that I'm most interested in is boxing and Muay Thai. But I do want to decide on one of them. I think Muay Thai just because I'm a fan of throwing elbows. Not gonna lie, I'm just a fan of throwing elbows. I think it's a really good thing to throw. It feels better than punching. It feels more natural than punching. But anyway, that's just me. What else did I do today? No, that's really it. That's pretty much all I did. I just did a lot of business, and then I did a lot of research on martial arts, and I have to figure out the whole business thing, and try to find other people who can do my ads for me. So, yeah. But either way, at the very least, I have a general idea of what a good ad looks like, and it's disappointing that I can't get that made. I can try it myself, but it'll take a lot of time, and I'd rather outsource it, to be honest. While I do more product research, while I do all of that stuff, I would rather outsource it. So I need to find a good advertiser. I need to do research on that probably tomorrow, and also there's Bible study tomorrow, which is going to be nice. Right. Now, NoFap for today. Really easy. Starting the day, really. Like, starting the day in genuine prayer. And also, after the gym, I shower and I do some Bible study. But, I've started to change the way I pray. Because I did all of that stuff before, but the way I prayed was, like, always asking for stuff. And thanking God for things. And I never really got, I guess, genuine. Or at least when I prayed, it didn't feel genuine. Sometimes it didn't feel genuine. And there were a lot of times where I wasn't recognizing who God was. It's, the way Jesus taught us to pray in Matthew. It starts out, "Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven." It like the first two lines, "Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name." Identify that this is the God you're praying to, and then, "Hallowed be thy name." Give him glory, give him praise. Recognize that this is God you're praying to. And I didn't do that. A lot of it was just being like, "Oh, thank you for the blessings that I have. Thank you for, the blessings that are to come. I'm struggling with this. Prepare me for, those battles." There's not bad things to pray about, but I think when you start to recognize, when you acknowledge that this is God you're praying to, before you even begin to, ask for anything or thank him for anything, acknowledge him. Acknowledge this is God. This is God. This is God you're praying to. And when you acknowledge that and you have the full weight of what that means to have the conversation with God, then, like I said, like how you start the day is how you how you start this day, how you start the day dictates how your day is going to go. How you start your prayer is going to dictate how your prayer is going to go. So, acknowledge who you're praying to. but just something that I've started to recently discover. Also, I do want to talk about slightly. This is off topic from NoFap, but oh yeah, right. That's what I was gonna like. NoFap was easy because of that. Because I acknowledged who I was praying to and his power. So yeah. Something a little bit off topic, but also on topic about that. What opened my eyes to that partly, like what influenced me to start to recognize the person I'm praying to was actually world news. Something happened in world news today where I believe it was a Turkish councilman or some Turkish leader. I think it was Turkish. Hold on. It was a Turkish leader. It was talking about the whole Israel conflict, Israel-Gaza conflict. Yeah, it was a Turkish lawmaker, and they were talking about the whole Hamas. They're talking about the whole Gaza situation, the whole Israel situation, and they said Israel will. He said that Israel will feel. His last words were, "Israel will feel the wrath of Allah," and then after he said that, he collapsed from a heart attack and died. Yeah, he started to warn Israel, they'll feel Israel will suffer the wrath of Allah, and then he has a heart attack and dies. Which, I mean, listen, there's coincidence. And then there's there's the things that you say. There's coincidence, and then there's cause and effect. Causation isn't. What was it? I don't remember the saying, but it doesn't feel like a coincidence that's when he decided. That's when he suffered a heart attack. Doesn't feel like coincidence, especially because that was his last line. That was the last thing he said before he had a heart attack and died. So when I saw that, and I started to realize, the things you say, the things that come out of your mouth, not only reflect your heart, but you can't bring them back. You can't take it back after it's come out of your mouth, and there are many instances where people there's many instances in the Bible where people have blasphemed God or have gone against God's, chosen people and have just dropped dead because God struck them down. Now, can I say that I can prove God struck down this Turkish lawman? No. Is there evidence? Is there evidence that God struck down this Turkish lawman? There's evidence in the Bible. I mean, it coincides with some of the stuff that happens biblically when people blaspheme the Lord or go up against Israel. It's happened. It's happened before. It's happened biblically. So, to me, that's evidence enough that God is watching over Israel, like He's always watched over Israel. So, that kind of strengthened my faith quite a lot, and it made me realize the severity of the words that I speak, especially when I'm praying. And that's what started to make me realize, I need to take my prayer life way more serious. When I come to God, He already knows me. He already knows what I'm going to say. He already knows what I'm going to ask for, what I'm going to do, how my prayer's going to go. If I'm coming to God with my words, I better be completely honest. I better be 100% genuine because he knows my heart. He knows my heart, so I'm just gonna lay bare everything. Even if my prayer involves like questioning him, being like, or challenging God, being like, God, why are you letting this happen? Why are you letting that happen? Like, I'm not okay right now. I need your help, and I don't know where you are. Like, even if it's that, at least I'm being honest with him. So I think that, and also just the weight of knowing, like, this is a God that has struck people down because of their words. So if words have such a strong weight to them, I want to be honest with my words. And I also want to be very careful what I say to God and to other people. So yeah, it's a very eye-opening day for all of that stuff, and I feel like I learned a lot. But words can carry a lot of weight. It reflects the heart. So, it all goes along with walking in the Spirit. When you walk in the Spirit, you're not going to be doing all that stuff. You're not going to be, watching the things you shouldn't be watching, and doing the things you shouldn't be doing. So, if you're struggling with NoFap, and you have been constantly struggling with NoFap, it's totally fine. We all struggle with our own sins. I still struggle with a lot of sin, There's a lot of sins that I'm starting to uncover that I didn't realize that I had. I have a lot of pride in my life. And I have a lot of selfishness and greed and all sorts of things that I'm uncovering about myself. But, it's all part of that process. But, if you truly, as a Christian man, if you truly want to stop, like, if you truly want to succeed in NoFap, and you don't want the sin of lust to come, attacking you. You don't want to keep watching those things. You don't want to keep doing those things. Walk in the Spirit. And what does that mean? Read your Bible, pray, and just have God in your thoughts. Like, think about God more often. Just like going about my day, I'm starting to realize that I think about God a lot more often. But walk in the Spirit. It's not gonna, you're not gonna change. So some people can change just like that, but for me, it was a process. It was a long process of just walking in the Spirit, realizing that I can't do this on my own. I need God. God can take me out of this. God can make sure that I don't suffer through this again. Like, it's a process. And I'll be honest, there are times, like, I don't remember the last time I peaked, but there are times when I peak. It's not a full relapse, but I still peak and it's still sin. But, I'm better than I was before, and I'm getting better every single time. Every single day I walk in the Spirit. Every single time I read my Bible, I pray, I think about, even God being in my thoughts. Every single moment that happens, I'm getting better and better. I'm on day 65, right? I'm on day 65. And it's been getting easier. It's been getting easier and easier. I'm peaking a lot less and less and less. And I haven't relapsed in 65 days. So it's all a process. It's all a process. It's all recognizing things about yourself. And you start to know yourself more when you start to know God more, because God knows you the best. And he starts to reveal things about yourself. He starts putting you through tests and trials, and you start to realize things about yourself, things that you need to give up, things that you need to change, and things that hurt to change, but you realize that you can't grow unless you do so. So keep walking in the Spirit. And my advice for today is to use your words wisely. Use your words wisely. So, that being said, let's get to your comments and questions. This is going to be a long video. Mike, by all means, talk to the old guy, the fat guy, the new guy who has bad form, etc. I think I did today. I don't remember much in my gym, but I do remember talking to somebody. I just forgot about what. Unless that was yesterday. I don't know. But anyway, just a couple of words of respect, encouragement, or help can make somebody's day, especially if they have doubts about how they fit in there. I mean, hey, I've been there as well. I've definitely, first time at the gym, I had to be like, okay, I can't focus on what other people are doing. These people are way buffer and bigger than I am. I'm not going to focus on them. Because if I focus on them, I'm going to be really insecure. So I'm gonna bear down. I'm gonna use my anger because I was extremely angry at the time. I'm gonna use my anger. I'm gonna use my hate, and I'm going to get extremely ripped. But yeah, it was definitely lonely. There's no sadder feeling than there's nothing sadder than feeling I've been coming here a month and nobody has said anything to me. I've had a few people approach me, but yeah, that's rough. I've definitely, the first interaction I've had in there was definitely with the staff. The staff are extremely nice. I love the staff. And then the first time I approached was with a girl, telling her she was really pretty, because she was really pretty. La hermosa chica. I haven't seen her in a long time though, so she might have moved gyms, unless, who knows? I don't know. Her schedule is probably super erratic. Who knows? But I don't know, man. I can't get her Instagram because she just won't show up. But there's plenty of other girls. I'm just noticing a lot of other girls too. So anyway, talking to people will make it easier to talk to girls because they're people too. Yeah, they really are. I'm so in my head all the time. I'm so in my head when I want to approach somebody and I don't know what to say. And then I go over there. Especially if it's a pretty girl, I'm like, oh gosh, I don't know how this is gonna go. I don't know. And then I just go over there and just be like, hey, excuse me, I don't know, I don't want to bother you, but I don't want anything from you. I just want to tell you, you look really pretty. And how I get that conversation rolling is, you probably get that a lot. And then the conversation gets rolling, and then afterwards, I'm like, okay, it's been an appropriate amount of time. Let's cut it off here. Because I would rather end the conversation on a high rather than having it naturally die. I'd rather end it on a high. So I'd cut off the conversation. I'd walk away and just be like, that was no big deal. That was completely okay. That was fine. That was a lot of fun. Why was I so scared in the first place? So, once you overcome your fear, you start to realize there's nothing to be afraid of. But anyway, I like your perspective on how money and fame relate to how nice or not a person was before. Yeah, man, they're enhancers. They just enhance the person you are. That's all it is. I think money and fame can tie in to just power. And, when you give a person power, you start to realize what when you give a person power, everything about them gets enhanced to the nth degree. Give a person power, you'll start to realize where their morals are, who the kind of person they are. It becomes laid bare because they don't have to hold them. When a person has power, they no longer hold themselves back. So when they're a responsible person, if they're a responsible person who realizes okay, I have this amount of things to do, I have to take care of the people around me, I have to glorify my God, you give that person power, they're going to be like, okay, this power has been given to me by God, I'm something that I'm responsible for, and I'm going to take care of everybody around me. I'm going to take care of every person, and I'm going to use this power and glorify God with it. And a majority of people, when they get power, they're going to use it for themselves. They're going to use it for themselves.
And you start to realize that, when you start living for yourself, you start to screw around with people, and you start to screw with people around you. So, and because you have power, they can't do anything about it. And so you're like, okay, I want more. I want to exert my power over people. Power is an enhancer of the person who you really are. When you have power, you no longer hold back. Only the people that are responsible with that power know how to use it for good, or at least for the betterment of other people. And those people are rare. So, where was I? As for giving, God loveth a cheerful giver. 2 Corinthians 9:7. Yeah, absolutely. I want to give. I want to give back. And it's mostly as a form of, because God commanded me to tithe, but it is a way to say thank you to God. It's another way to show gratitude to God for the blessings that he's given you. And the reason why I want to be rich is so that I can give God more. And, because tithing is traditionally a 10% thing. And if I made $60 this week, I give $6 to the church. And I'm like, I want to give more, but I'm poor. I want to give more. And it's a thing of me, like, and I don't know. It could be a pride. I don't know if it's a pride thing or not, but I want to show God that I'm thankful. More than $6, even though it is the $6 that I've given. It is 10% of my tithe, and I can go over that. And, some of the money that I use, it's for my food, it's for, my necessities and all that stuff. But there are times when I was just like, is this all I have to give the Lord? I know that he'll be happy about it. I know that he'll be, at the very least I am tithing, and that, I'm happy to be able to give this money. At least I have something to offer. And I want to show him that kind of thanks. But I want to give more, I want to show him how thankful I am, which is why I want to earn more. I want to earn more money so that I can give him more money. To be able to make $2K. If I was making $2K a week, or like 500, if I was making like, I don't know, what's a reasonable amount to make in a week? Like a 5K, no, sorry, 5K, $500, $800 or something like that. If I was making $800 a week and I can give $80, I'd be like, this is great. I can give $80. Somebody in the church can use that to glorify God somehow. It could be used for a church program. I don't know what it's going to be used for. But I know, I trust my church, the church that I'm in, because of all the things that I've seen at that church. I trust them with how they're going to use that money. I am going I'm like, knowing that I gave $80 so that the kingdom of God can be furthered, it feels really good. Feels really good. And it feels like this is the perfect reason. Like, I like tithing. Knowing that I'm contributing to the kingdom of God, knowing that I'm contributing to the kingdom of heaven, it feels good. It feels good to do that. It feels really good. Which is why I want to earn more so I can give more, But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a pride thing or what, but I want to give God more. I want to show more gratitude. Not to say that, my $6, if I made $60 this week, if I give him $6, it's not to say that it isn't showing gratitude, because I'm giving him what I have. But, I want it to be more, I guess. But for now, I'll give what I can give. That's yeah, for now, I'll give what I can give, you know. But anyway, I don't know how I got into this topic. I digress, but thank you. Thank you for the comment, Mike. Always appreciate your comments. This is going to be a long video. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you all for watching. I hope everybody's NoFap's going well. If you've watched to the end of this video, you're a champ. And so, if you have any questions you want to ask me, if you have any, you know, questions or comments, you can ask me anything. I'm an open book. Feel free to leave it down in the comments below. I love interacting with you guys, but you know, I'm not going to force you. But either way, I hope all your NoFap journeys are going well. Stay strong, stay focused. I'm with you guys. I know you guys are with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.